name is Luann Watrick, and you're watching Things to Do at the Grosse Pointe War Memorial. This show highlights all of the special classes and events that we do here. And today's guest has been on the show before, and if you've ever attended one of her lectures, I guarantee you will be back. I'm very happy to welcome to the show Dr. Lena Hatzichronoglou. Welcome to the show, Dr. Lena.
Thank you, Luann. It's very nice to be here.
Good. Well, we're so happy to have you back, and we're always excited because when you call us and you say, I have some new ideas for a program, we love it, and you've done things in the past. Before we talk about what your programs are going to be, why don't you give the viewers a little bit about your background for those that don't know you?
All right. As my accent indicates, of course, I was born and raised in Greece. I was educated in Greece, and I came to America for graduate school. I got a PhD at Johns Hopkins in classics, and classics is my passion and love. And I've been an academic for years, but in '97 I got out of academia full-time, and I started my own business, which is called Hellenic Visions. I do what I love to do. That means give lectures and making the classics relevant in the world of today through that.
Sounds fascinating. You still do part-time teaching,
Yes, I do teach at Macomb Community College, but I do a lot of public speaking and other things, including taking people to educational trips to Greece.
Right, I remember that. Well, we're excited because I know you and I met just by chance a few years ago, and you mentioned that you did these lectures, and I thought, this is a very good thing, and I think our audience is very interested in topics like the classics. Mm-hmm. The program you're going to be doing for us, well, actually, why don't you mention the programs that you did in the past?
Yes, just because, just in case people don't understand what classics are, just things that, they have to do with the ancient Greek and Greco-Roman world. And therefore, last year we took expressions that we use in the world of today that come out of the Greek past, which is like Achilles' heel and Pandora's box, and beware of Greeks bearing gifts, and draconian measures. This year what I would like to do is take themes out of the Odyssey of Homer and introduce the audience to some fascinating stories from there.
Good. Well, let me just read it, and I want to make sure I get it correct, so bear with me. The one you're going to be doing is on Calypso's island, Odysseus and you. Mm-hmm. What does that mean?
All right. So, as very many of your audience may know, Odysseus is the hero, the eternal hero. In the Greek mythology. He is the hero who leaves Troy after the Trojan War to go home back to Ithaca, to his island. But on the way, he has a lot of adventures, and that takes about 10 years to return. Now, 7 of those years, he is stuck on an island, which is, it's called Ogygia. This is the island of Calypso, because he arrives there shipwrecked.
Oh,
and Calypso is a nymph. She's a minor goddess who gives him safety, gives him comfort. She's in love with him. She wants him to be her husband. Mm-hmm. But after a while, Odysseus is no longer pleased and satisfied. He wants to go. He longs to go home. Okay. And what we're going to do in the class is to tell the story, understand the word Calypso, which means she who conceals.
Ooh, sounds a little bit dark.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it is a little dark, but it is a metaphor because she is powerful, she is loving, but she's on an island, and she keeps the hero on an island. And she keeps him, as Homer puts it, in her vaulted cave. Now, we need to understand the cave, the darkness, the surrounding, which is a metaphor for a womb.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Out of which Odysseus has to come in order to reclaim his life.
Right. And follow his passion and get back to where his passion and love is.
Exactly. To his human wife, that is, but to his Ithaca, to his home, which, again, it's another metaphor for all of us. And, this is relevant for us. I mean, after we've done the story and we've shown the pictures and the art and the influence that this story has had in the world, then we can look how this story is important for us, because, in essence, it's your story and mine.
Absolutely.
It's our story of getting stuck or being on a life journey.
Right. Getting stuck in a job, in a marriage, in a relationship,
in whatever appears to be perfect, godlike, and yet we feel stuck. People in the world may not understand why we long for different things, and yet we all do. So it's the personal story of each one of us and how to get out. In the story, in the Odyssey, Odysseus gets out of the island through divine intervention. But the divine intervention, again, it's our heart, our spirit, who gives us the guidance to get out.
Right.
And so that's what we're going to bring up and see how this is applicable to the world of today, to your life and mine.
Right. And I gather that you've reread this story many times.
Yes.
I took a look at your book earlier, and it's dog-eared. Give it, show it on camera, but it's dog-eared, and you've got notes and everything underlined. So it's pretty interesting.
It's Homer's The Odyssey, which is one of the first pieces of Western literature, and it's the story par excellence.
Right. Well, I hate to say this. I'm always at the very end and say, well, I'm sorry we have to cut you off. We're almost at the end of our interview, but we're really happy that you're going to be here. If you're just joining us, my name is Luann Watrick. You're watching WMTV5, and I'm having a wonderful conversation with Dr. Lena Hatzichronoglu, who's going to be doing a program called On Calypso Island, Odysseus and You, and she's going to bring the story into modern day relevance for all of us here and what it's all about, and based on the Odyssey, Homer's Odyssey. So thank you, Dr. Lena. It's always fun having you here, and we always have a great time, and they always have to cut us off because we both like to talk.
I mean, it's wonderful. Thanks for having me.
Good, and please make sure that you give us a call and book early because our classes do fill up. Thanks for watching.